Hey guys! So I haven't really made a video for a long time and I'm really sorry about that. I haven't really had any ideas, or I've been really busy and I don't know, I just haven't had time or anything like that, so I apologise for that. I wanted to talk about something that's happening in my life this year and something that's probably happening in a lot of your guys' life. Is that a word? So this year I am going to uni and this is scary as all hell because I'm going to be moving like 3 hours away hopefully, because I really want to go to Bournemouth Arts University. Just knocking things over. Yeah, I really want to go to Bournemouth Arts University, which is obviously in Bournemouth. There's two universities in Bournemouth. There's normal Bournemouth and then there's Bournemouth Arts, but I want to be a photographer, so obviously I want to do photography, a BA Honours degree in photography. But the Bournemouth one, the campus is in Salisbury, so I won't actually be in Bournemouth, but I applied anyway. I had to apply for 5 different universities. I'm going to go off on a tangent in this video, by the way, so I apologise profusely for that. Don't even know if that's the right word for that. Oh, my brain's all over the place. So in this video I kind of want to talk about the UCAS application and the whole process of that, and then the whole, you know, going to open days and interviews and that kind of thing. So yeah, so obviously sometimes you don't actually have to apply through UCAS, but I did and everyone else on my college course did. UCAS was something I'd never done before, but Helena, she'd done it before because she was at sixth form. I'd never done anything to do with UCAS on my level 2 art course, but I think that's because it was a level 2. It was not a course where you could go straight to uni from it, something like that. But I'm on a level 3 BTEC diploma now, so we were learning about UCAS and all the different stuff to do with it, and the whole process was actually quite tedious. It was just the whole, you had to fill out your whole personal details, and it's easy enough if you know what you're doing, but if you get confused easily and you don't know certain things, then it's really hard to actually fill out without having somebody there to help you. So my advice is, if you don't get any of it, just please ask for help. Go to your teachers, your lecturers. Things are making noise in my room, I'm scared. Ask your lecturers, this is wonky, this video, I've just realised. Oh well. Yeah, so ask your lecturers for help, your teachers, your friends, your family, and yeah, please ask for help. That's the main thing that you can do if you don't get what's going on to do with your application. So yeah, once you've filled out all that kind of stuff, then you have to write a personal statement, which I found okay. It was hard to start off with because you didn't really know how to start off the first paragraph, and you have to grab the attention of the person that's reading it, the admissions. So you have to think really carefully about your opening statement and the way you word yourself to other people, if that kind of makes sense. You have to, and that's why you need to talk to your teachers and your friends and get people to read over your personal statement. Get people to give you tips and advice. Go to your careers advisors. Go up to, because I know there's definitely like a careers thing in Bedworth that you can go up and talk about things like this, like citizen advice and that kind of thing. Go talk to them if you have no idea what's going on. Please ask for help. That's the main thing that you can do if you don't get what's going on. Ask somebody. But yeah, personal statement was hard to write. I found it incredibly difficult to write. But once I'd got going and I was in the flow of writing it, it kind of just flowed easily. It's the starting off that's the hard part, and once you've done that, it's fine. Well, I found that anyway, but yeah, my advice is to ask for help and get a few people to read over it so you get different people's opinions. Excuse me, I just burped, that was gross. So ladylike. Then once you've filled everything out of the personal details, student finance, your choices, which you have 5 choices. I'm not very good at explaining things, by the way, so I'm not the best, this is probably not the best video to watch for information, but yeah, for my application I applied to 5 different unis. I applied to Bournemouth University, the one in Salisbury, Bournemouth Arts University, which is my first choice, Brighton, which is, I would say, was my second choice. I applied to Birmingham City University and, what was the other one? Southampton. I'm getting so confused. Yeah, and so there are my 5. Bournemouth Arts, Southampton, Birmingham City University, and I forgot the other one again. I don't know, I said it before, you know what I mean. And I recently had my Birmingham interview and it was so nerve-wracking. Like, I remember I was staying up, like the night before, I stayed up so late panicking and worrying that I wasn't going to do well. And I ended up being late for the actual thing, but luckily my interview wasn't until like 3:20, so it was okay. They told us to be there for 2, I was there at like 2:30. So my advice is to make sure you get there with enough time. Make sure you plan out where you're going, especially if you're not familiar with the area that you're going to. Make sure you know the route to go, and especially if you're going in a car as well, you know where to park, that kind of thing. So yeah, I was late, which thankfully they weren't too bothered about that. So I'm really thankful for that. But it was really nerve-wracking because everyone was just kind of sat in one little area waiting for their name to be called, and I was pretty freaked out. Luckily I had 2 people there that I knew. Two of my friends were there, so I knew them and I could talk to them. And then my friend Amy, she got called up, and Laura, my friend Laura as well, she'd been called up as well. So I was by myself then. I was just sitting there thinking and like really nervous, and I was trying to think of ways to stop myself from being nervous. So just like keep calm, breathe, you know, don't panic, like, and be yourself. Because if you try to be something you're not, then you're coming across wrong and you're being false. You need to be truthful and just be yourself and just be friendly and be kind, and yeah, don't go in there thinking that you're like a big man and you're like, you're going to get a place straight away, because that's not how it works. That is definitely not how it works. You have to go in there and you just have to be yourself, and if it's a subject that you're passionate about, then it will just flow. It will just come to you. But I think it went okay. I don't know, I really hope so. It was hard to kind of talk about my images because obviously I had to take a portfolio because it's photography. It was hard to talk about the images to somebody that I didn't know, someone that I'd only just met like 2 minutes prior. It was difficult. It was really difficult, but I made him laugh, which I guess is a good thing. We broke the ice a little bit to begin with, because I remember he asked, he was like, "Oh, so you're from Bedworth?" I was like, "Yeah." He said, "I think I've been there before." I was like, "Yeah, it's really shit." And he was like, "Yeah, I think it was really shit the last time I went." And we were just laughing because Bedworth is crap. Please don't ever come here. It's awful. Anyway, I forget tangent again. Woo! But yeah, we had a laugh and we were talking about Birmingham and the fact that I go to gigs and all that kind of stuff. So we broke the ice a little bit, and it was easier to kind of talk to him then and be friendly and be funny and banter, that kind of thing. So yeah, so my advice for like the interviews is don't panic. Make sure that you eat before you go into the interview. I had eaten a couple of hours before, but I recommend that you have a snack or something before you go into your interview, so that you're not panicking, or you know, you make sure that you've had something to eat just in case. Make sure that you drink as well. Drink lots of fluids so you're not like really lightheaded or anything like that. And I also found out recently that you shouldn't drink cold drinks before an interview. You should drink hot drinks like tea or coffee or hot chocolate or something like that. Something warm, so that it's something to do with your vocal cords or something, I don't know. But you're not supposed to drink fizzy drinks or anything like that. So I learnt something, so I'm passing it on to you guys. Yeah, so definitely drink hot drinks, not cold drinks. But you can drink water, I would think. I don't know. Make sure that you're prepared as well. Preparation is a really, really big aspect of an interview. Make sure that you are prepared for the questions that they'll ask you. I mean, the night before my interview, I sat down and I looked at like a information thing that was on the Birmingham website for the university, and I looked at the questions they would probably ask me, and I wrote down the answers, and I pretended I was in the interview situation, and I answered them as best as I could, and that kind of helped me prepare for what they would actually ask me. Make sure that you have everything with you, especially if you have to go for like a portfolio viewing like I did. Make sure that you've got enough images in there. I mean, I don't really know for other subjects. Like, I know for like drama you have to go for an audition where you do like a drama piece, or music, I guess you'd have to do a music piece. Just make sure that you know what you're doing on the day. Make sure you know where you're going, how you're going to get there, the route you're going. Make sure that you're there on time. Give yourself enough time to get there. Make sure you have everything with you. Make sure you drink. Make sure you eat. And you're obviously going to be nervous on the day. It's going to happen. It always does. For anything that's pretty nervous and pretty important, you will get nervous and anxious. But you just have to remember to breathe and keep calm and just be yourself. Don't worry about sounding posh or anything like that. You know, just act normal, act like yourself, and you know, if it's something that you really love, then it will just happen. It will just come to you, and you'll just fit in. You know, it'll happen. So yeah, so after my interview, I was okay. I wasn't too sure because it was hard to tell whether they were happy or not. They didn't really show much expression or much enthusiasm or anything like that, so it was hard to tell. So don't be put off for that. I mean, I definitely was, but my advice is don't be. Don't read into anything after an interview. Don't be like, oh my god, no, he said this and I think that was really bad, or I said this and it didn't come out right. Don't panic. Please don't panic. Try to keep calm and just think about... See, I got home and I wrote a list of all the good things and the bad things that happened, and there was more good things than there were bad things, which I'm happy about. Yeah, and I think that it's a good way to kind of calm your nerves and kind of find out what you did well, so you know for the next time. So I've got an interview for Southampton on the 17th, which is Saturday, this Saturday, yeah. So I know what I have to do in that interview now for it to be better than Birmingham. So I recommend doing that, definitely. Write a list of everything that happened that's good, everything that happened that's bad. Even if it's not for uni, if it's for a job interview or any other interview, just write down everything that you did well and then everything you think went badly. Then you know what to work on for the next time. And this has definitely helped me. I definitely know what I'm supposed to do for my next interview. So that's my advice. I don't really know what this video was about. I just wanted to talk about uni and everything and the application of it and stuff. I'm not the best at explaining things, you know, good at facts or anything like that, but I just kind of wanted to make a quick little video because I haven't for a while, and I wanted to talk about, because I know a lot of you guys are going through the same thing right now and you're panicking and you're like, oh my god, I'm going to uni, you know, I just wanted to kind of put your minds at rest and kind of help you with the process and help you calm down a bit. Yeah, so I hope it helped a little bit. Probably didn't, but you know, yeah, thank you for watching. I sound really miserable. I'm not miserable, I promise. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please like and favourite and subscribe, that would be amazing. And I will see you in the next video. I have such mind blank, like all the time. It's because I'm getting old. Hashtag 18 not 18.